seen it all. Hustlers losing work inside the streets, we spend it all. Fuck being broke inside the streets, we trying to ball. Making profit, all we seen is niggas flaws. Being there, logic about my business, want it all.
My name's Cap, man. Terrence Perry, everybody know me. I've been doing this since I was like 15, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm 38 now. You know what I'm saying? So about 22 years, 23 years, man. Now, for me, man, it's really producing. You know what I'm saying? I love making tracks and coming up with songs with the artists and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That's really my thing. Early on, you know what I'm saying, I used to rap and put out projects and stuff like that. And me and my family, my cousins and stuff, my friends and stuff like that. But, you know, over time, you start to realize one part starts to feel like work, and the other part you can do all day. And you start to realize, okay, this is the part for me, where you start to see that, you know, this guy, he really wants to go on stage, and this guy really wants to be in the spotlight. You start to go, I don't really want to be in the spotlight. I don't really want to be on stage. So your role kind of default presents itself to you, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, just find your place.
Was it ever your intent, like, some people would say you was kind of like the Quincy Jones when it come down to the foundation. Now, deeper than just music, like foundation. Was it intentional, or was it just your innate sense of understanding, like, okay, I could do music, I could rap, I could produce, I got my hands on all these guys, but as they get older, they gonna follow their own vision. Let me play another role that's even more important than all of this shit, and like helping these guys build their foundation before they get to Mega Man or Superman. You know what I'm saying? The rappers. Was it intentional?
Somewhat. I knew early on, like, with just me and my cousins and stuff like that, my friends, that somebody got to play another part other than the creative shit. Like, we had the creative thing down, we just didn't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? So after a while, you start to realize, okay, somebody got to like figure out what the fuck to do. Like, you know what I'm saying? We can have. He got a good CD. He got a good CD. He got a demo tape. And it's like we don't know where to go, who to talk to, what to do with this shit. You know what I'm saying? So at that point, it's like, all right, I'm just gonna take it on myself and go figure this shit out. You know what I'm saying? And then after a while, the knowledge opens the doors up. So okay, if you're young, you know what I'm saying, I'm 15 or something like that. All I know is you can make a beat or you can rhyme. Like that's just something. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that's not either or so much, but like that's what you do in hip hop. You make a beat or you rap. You know what I'm saying? As far as in the music industry aspect of it. You know what I'm saying? So once you start to try to make your way in the game, you start to realize that there's a million people in between the motherfucker making the beat and some kid sitting in their room listening to it. There's all these people, and there's all these people are getting paid, and all these motherfuckers on salary, and all these people are smart and they educated and they, you know, have a role to play too. You know what I'm saying? So after a while, you start to see that like there's a lot of room to wiggle in this game. It ain't just I gotta make the beat or rap or be, you know, Birdman or some shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like it's 50 other jobs in this shit. Good ones too, not just, you know, roadie or lackey or some shit, you know, blunt roller or some bullshit, but you know, real legit jobs. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got executives, you got A&Rs. You know what I'm saying? You have, you know, managers. You have videographers. You got choreographers. You have directors. You have programmers. You know what I'm saying? Curators. You know what I'm saying? Tastemakers. You know what I'm saying? DJs. You know what I'm saying? Booking agents, publicists. You know what I'm saying? So there's so many roles to play in the game, and you start to realize, oh damn, -1 you hurt. Like, do all this with no publicity, you hurt. Like, get all that publicity and can't book a show, you hurt. Like, everybody got to play their part. So you start to realize that it's a game, and there's a team aspect of it involved. And you know, like you said, in the industry everybody's getting paid, but you got to figure out how to do all these different things while nobody's getting paid, basically. You know what I'm saying? So once I started to realize that the job criteria to get further is a lot, then I started realizing I had to take them shits on and make more of my ability of everybody else. You know what I'm saying?
Thing that you think is being skipped over as far as production and beats, and like how, you know, in the different times of, you know how back in the day the producers only had 8 seconds, 7 seconds, compared to like now, and
yes, like unlimited sample time.
Yeah, like how much, what do you feel like they're missing from having so much access to it?
Well, I mean, you know, anytime you got an abundance of access, it's gonna give you it's called option paralysis, where all right, if I only had one drum kit, then I'm gonna use that one drum kit because that's the only drum kit I got. So like, there's no thinking about what drum kit I'm gonna use because you're only gonna use the one kit you got. Now, you ain't gonna have a lot of variety, you know what I'm saying? But you ain't gotta think about what you about to do with these drums because you already know you ain't got but one kit to fuck with right now. If you got 20 drum kits sitting in your folder, then every time you get ready to pick a kick or a snare or a hi-hat, there's kind of a decision to be made. And in wanting to be creative, let's say, okay, I'm sitting down, I want to make a beat. Me wanting to make a beat is something, that's a process that I want to do within a 10-minute to an hour range. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But having to make decisions extends that time and can lead into where you get beyond that feeling that you got that made you sit down. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes it's better to like limit your options, you know what I'm saying, just so variety doesn't make you sit still, or the variety doesn't put you in a paralyzed state where you're sitting there just cycling through snares for 15 minutes where that, if you only had 2 snares, you'd have picked one or the other and you'd have went on straight to making the track, you know what I'm saying? So, or at least go ahead and make the track and then go back and decipher what's partition the sounds better, you know what I'm saying? But don't kill the vibe of your creativity by having too many options in front of you. Back in the day, those producers were using one piece of gear that had specific limitations. So what they were gonna do, the creativity would have to go into the approach because there wasn't so much variety with the options of where they were gonna take their creativity. You know what I'm saying? And then as the years go by, you see that the equipment grows and develops, and you'll see some of the greatest producers create less and less and less, but they'll be doing more and more and more different shit. Like if you look at Timbaland, if he was just using an ASR 10 like back in the day, then you probably get that damn album, 2-3 albums every year like he was cranking out back in the day. But now that he's using different DAWs and trying out different plugins and trying to work with these different kids who they have different techniques and different things that they use, and he's trying to incorporate all this stuff into being new and staying fresh. It sometimes that might take away from that super output. But what super output worth to him at this stage? You know what I'm saying? When it's not about the hunger of competing and being on Billboard. Now it's about apexing. So you're going to get to where the fight of the most will die and the fight of the best will begin. And that's more the beat maker to producer journey. You know what I'm saying? You be in a rat race, trying to get on everybody's joints. And then after a while, you just want to have the best record if you want somebody's joint. So it's like, that transition comes with the sonics and the options and the gear and everything, you know what I'm saying, technology.